It's the time of year we all adore.
Hiya!
The summer holidays. So I'm giving my beloved little camper van a rest as I explore 5 fantastic seaside resorts.
I'm on my holidays.
Bringing you all the fun of the fair.
I'm in such a scaredy cat!
Thrills on the waves.
So Darby and now are engaged to be married.
And ice creams galore. So book your B&Bs.
Look at this.
Because you're all coming with me.
Oh, I really want to go for a lie down.
This summer, I'm getting excited in Eastbourne.
I'm on an adventure!
Scoring beach runs in Bridlington.
And she's off!
Loving water polo in Lyme Regis.
Oh! I've never seen anything like it in my life!
Kicking back in Cromer.
Oh, that's the hamstring!
And having a blast in Barry Island. And with a few well-known faces.
I'll see you walking in there!
Sharing in the fun.
I won! Where are you going to get your haircut? Shades of nature. I mean, it's the showbiz flourish at the end. Did you see that, Susan?
So join me
Oh, excuse me.
for my grand days out by the sea.
It is spectacular.
Today I'm on the North Norfolk coast, visiting a charming seaside town known for its tasty crab, iconic pier and award-winning beach.
I'm in gorgeous Cromer and I couldn't be happier.
This quintessentially Victorian retreat remains delightfully unspoilt.
It's just got that feeling about it that makes you take a deep breath. And as such, I'm going to go for a quick stroll along the promenade. Quick, but relaxed, just like Cromer.
Some say a visit to Cromer is like a journey through time. Especially if you visit during the town's annual 60s festival.
I love the way they're dressed. Aye, groovy, groovy.
What a way to start my adventure in Cromer. This far-out fiesta sees thousands of vintage lovers flock to the pier and promenade every year.
Hiya!
To celebrate the swinging 60s.
I like this, I like this, I like this. I like all of these, and all of these, and all of these.
And the hip seaside vibes are making me feel nostalgic.
That's not the only love bus. Number 44 from Scotstoun Hill to the West End. That was the love bus in my day. Hi! Hiya!
The North Norfolk Scooter Club like to make a grand and groovy entrance.
I mean, they are things of beauty. The colours, the little personalised touches. This one's gorgeous. Do you want to know a little known fact? Little known fact. When I was young, I had a scooter like this because I had these dreams of riding a motorbike and looking really, really cool. And I didn't look very cool, but I loved it. I loved the freedom it gave you. So this is a bit of a trip down memory lane for me, seeing these. Part of my heart still burns for the open road. But for now, I'm happy that they're just here to look at.
It's a blast from the past indeed.
Thank you very much, you look wonderful. Oh, excuse me. The sun's come out and there's something drawing quite a crowd up here. So I'm going to have a look.
Cromer is the place to be for a hip seaside festival, and travelling all the way from London to join in the 60s fun is singer and musician Chloe.
Cromer feels quite timeless.
Yes.
And so wandering along the pier and seeing a bunch of people dressed as if they're in the 60s actually makes sense in a way.
It does. It's very special. Everyone's dressed up, everyone's dancing, having a great time.
What is it though about the music that you really love?
I think it crosses all kind of generations. It still today holds its own and young people love it. There's something, the simplicity of it and a lot of like free spirit.
It's the vibe of the 60s.
Yeah.
Chloe is part of keeping the vibes fresh at the festival with her 60s band, Peachy Beat.
We did it last year and we didn't really know what to expect. We thought, you know, there might be a few stalls, a few people wandering by, but it was just like raucous. We started playing and there was a huge crowd and it was actually really scary. We looked out and just the whole pier.
It's quite a dramatic place to perform a gig, isn't it? On a pier with this backdrop.
You're literally in the sea.
Yeah,
this is what we...
If you look down, you can see.
Don't look down.
Is dancing and singing encouraged?
Absolutely.
Just so I know what I'm allowed to do.
Absolutely.
Is that
60s
okay?
moves specifically.
60s moves specifically. The only one I know is just that. Okay, yeah, just that.
With things hotting up on the pier, it's time to get my 60s vibe on.
I love this song. My song.
And I'm not the only one dusting off my go-go boots. Come on, Cromer! Far out indeed. It's not just nostalgia that draws people to Cromer. This delightful town also boasts a top-notch local delicacy.
As a former solicitor, I think I can confirm there's no official law that says when you come to Cromer, you have to have crab, but you'd be missing out if you don't. I've been here before and I've had dressed crab, but I'm looking for something a bit different this time. Something my way. What way? My way.
Criminal crab jokes aside, it's one of Norfolk's most famous exports. And a sunny spot overlooking the boats bringing in the region's culinary treasure.
Morning.
How are you?
Cromer.
Is just the place for me to get Cromer crab, Calmans style.
Do you take requests?
We do.
Could I have like a bit of toast, like sourdough or something like that? Crab with like maybe some mayonnaise or something.
Yeah.
And I love a bit of pickle with it, like a radish or a cucumber, something to cut through.
Yeah, he can do that. While we make that, I have a little challenge.
Yes.
And you have to draw something around you, and if it's good enough, it goes on our wall.
So essentially, you've created a competitive situation for me while I'm waiting for my crab.
I have.
You don't know
No, I've heard.
how much.
I've heard. And we need your name and your age.
My name and age.
Yeah.
I'm always up for a challenge. And the competition looks steep.
Someone's drawn a crab. That's obvious, Susan. That's too obvious, isn't it?
But I don't need to look far for inspiration.
Which is my good eye. Neither of them, it turns out. Right? I mean, it's not my chosen medium. I'm more of an oil person, or sometimes pastels.
Always best to get your excuses in early, I find.
It's abstract, but that's what you want in a painting. It's got movement, it's got feeling, it's got motion. So that's Cromer, Pavilion, Pier, Sea.
I only hope I've done enough to make it to the wall.
That is your special crab.
Special crab, and that's
This
for
is
you.
gonna be, you know what? That is going to go on the wall.
Is it?
Not at the top. It's going to go in the middle.
It's going to go in the middle.
It's going to go in the middle.
That's all I could hope for.
I'll chalk that one up as a success.
My mum always said, always aim for the middle, Susan. Then you'll be disappointed. So the crab here's got a special taste apparently because it's quite chalky out there, so it tastes a bit sweeter. That's why Cromer crab is so famous, because of where it is. And it gives it this special taste, so. I'd like to be left alone for a while, please.
Cromer crab is wonderful in itself, but Cromer crab Calmans style is a must.
Top class, no question. Oh, lovely.
Coming up, I kick things off at the Pavilion Theatre
That's the hamstring.
and take a magical ride through a museum like no other.
Oh my God, again!
I'm spending my grandays out by the sea, and today my seaside getaway brings me to charming Cromer. One thing that really stands out in this town is Cromer Pier. The 500-foot iron pleasure pier built at the end of the Victorian era has still got it, having just been named Pier of the Year 2024, and is keeping old traditions alive.
Many things have changed over the years when it comes to seaside resorts. For example, entertainment. The end of the pier show used to be the mainstay of any holiday. In many places, it's all but disappeared. Not in Cromer.
Here, the Pavilion Theatre is one of only 5 end-of-the-pier theatres in the UK and proud home to the award-winning Cromer Pier Show. And I'm delighted to meet Nigel, musical director here for the last 20 years.
The end of the pier show is still alive and well in Cromer, isn't it?
Very much so.
Tell me about it.
Well, we're the only end of the pier show that does a full summer season in the world.
Wow.
It's well over 40 years now. It started back in the 1970s.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Why do you think Cromer has kept going?
Well, the town has a lot to do with it because the town has kept its character and, you know, it's a really nice place. I came here first 20 years ago for my first summer season, loved Cromer, and I'm still here. Come back every year.
And what did you do before you were doing this?
I was musical director for Sir Ken Dodd.
Sir Ken Dodd?
Yes.
Wow.
Since 1981.
Now, he's legendary.
Yes.
For very long shows.
You could say that again, yes. Although, to be fair, I have got a reputation here as being the grumpy chap in the pit who tries to finish the show on time.
I am so excited. Can we go inside and have a look at the theatre? Is that okay?
Yes.
The Seaside Special attracts tourists and locals alike, and this year's production is set to sell out this 450-seat venue.
So I think there's a rehearsal going on just now. So I'm going to take a seat. The rehearsal's where the magic happens, as far as I'm concerned. So.
For now, I've got the best seat in the house, and it's magic to see Nigel in his element.
Oh, this is fantastic. See that high kick? My goodness. Oh, wow.
The variety show has long been known for finding stars of the future.
Oh, perfection.
And professional dancer Tom first graced this incredible stage when he was just 7 years old.
It's such a fantastic space. There's touring performances, there's the shows at the end of the seasons, and so much happening in between. So from such a young age, I was massively involved in all of that. And that really led me into kind of this performing arts world. Show business, yes.
Business, darling. From this stage, you've gone on to be in some very big shows, haven't you?
So I have toured and performed in various different dance companies. Danced with The Crown on Netflix.
I love that show.
I know, it's so fun. I've also worked with Bridgerton as well, so lots of different Netflix.
Bridgerton, oh, I say, sir. I don't want to watch that, it looks too racy. What's special physically about this theatre? Because it's at the end of the pier.
I think it's that walk down for the audience, as a performer, as an artist, getting ready for your show, getting that excitement for the show, and just feeling that lovely long walk down here.
It's dramatic, isn't it?
Very
Before you even get to the theatre, you've got the drama of that walk.
Absolutely.
And I'm getting swept up in the drama of this place.
I loved what you did. I loved your high kicks. Because it's quite a
Do you want to have a go?
Well, it's quite... Imagine this is the dream top.
OK.
Right? We're having an argument of some kind.
Fabulous.
Susan, do that. No, do you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm a woman who's got her own mind. I'm not going to do it. Imagine at that point if I high kicked and left. Imagine the impact in an argument if you could do that.
I think so.
See, I'm having to gear up for it, right?
Yeah, warm up, warm up.
You do yours.
Right, so I'm stepping down, up. You've got it, you've got it.
Okay. Down and up.
Fantastic.
That's the hamstring. That's the hamstring.
Thankfully, I don't have many arguments. I don't think my muscles could take it.
The other thing you did was the bow, right?
So, you kind of want to do something into your bow, so let's just take that kick.
This is where I need you, Tom, because
I
I'm just
know.
doing things.
But any seasoned performer should have their own signature bow. So cue the music, Nigel.
Should we do it together then as a provocative?
Ready.
And we're going to go, there's you're doing your kick, and I'm gonna... Oh!
That's entertainment indeed.
Thank you.
Finding a cosy spot close to the water to rest your head for the night is a must for a seaside getaway. And if you come to Cromer, there's a place just along the coast that would make even Windy Miller proud. This hidden treasure is just under a mile inland from the sea. And I'm happy to meet Laura, who welcomes guests to stay at the Cly Windmill B&B.
Tell me about this beautiful windmill. Obviously, it's been here for some time, but what's the history of it?
So they don't know exactly when it was built. They can guess the early 1800s, and it was a flour mill until 1921.
Right, so that early, it's been from the 1920s, it's been used as the alternative use, really, for the accommodation.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's been lived in, holiday homes. At one point, it was a colonel with 2 nuns living here.
Sounds like the start of a very bad joke. What's going on? My goodness.
Norfolk's charming windmills, once vital in the 18th century for draining marshlands and grinding flour, have largely vanished. However, Cly Windmill diversified early and has even featured on the big screen.
We've had a few things. We've had Elizabeth Taylor, The Conspirator, was filmed, a little shot here, so she once stood in the windmill.
Elizabeth Taylor.
This enchanting B&B has 6 rooms within the windmill. And close to the top is one known as the Stone Room.
This is absolutely adorable. It's quite small and intimate, but it feels at the same time really lovely and light.
Although compact and bijou, the circular double bedroom has a dramatic high ceiling with oak beams.
True story. My favourite toy when I was growing up was a Smurf windmill. I used to collect Smurfs. I had hundreds of Smurfs. And I used to play with it for hours. And I'd imagine what it was like to live inside that windmill. So this is actually, it's pretty much my childhood dream come true, because I'm inside the Smurf windmill I used to play with. I absolutely love it. With the old beams there. But what I'm really, really, really interested in is what's out here.
The Stone Room has a feature that truly stands out.
Oh my goodness.
I think Papa Smurf would be impressed by this view.
This is absolutely amazing. I've been on some hotel balconies in my time. This kind of beats them all, because it's just miles and miles of unspoilt countryside. You've got the water, and it is just spectacular. It really is. And I'm sitting next to this incredible machinery. I can see myself at sunset, glass of wine, just looking out onto that. If you want to imagine yourself living inside a fairy tale, this is pretty much it, isn't it?
And she lived happily ever after in her windmill by the sea. As glorious as it is here, every seaside resort needs things to do when the weather turns. A few miles inland from Cromer, there's a vintage seaside attraction I can't wait to explore. The Thursford Steam Museum is a tribute to the golden age of steam power and classic seaside pastimes.
This is somewhere I've wanted to come for such a long time. It's the world's largest collection of steam engines and organs in the world, right? This is the world's largest collection. And you see things like this. It's so ornate, it's so beautifully decorated. It is a work of art. And it's also a musical instrument. I love anything to do with steam engines, but to add the musical component just blows my mind. I adore it.
The founder of this wonderful place was George Cushing. He turned his childhood passion for steam engines into this amazing attraction, which officially opened in the 1970s and has become a North Norfolk seaside staple.
I mean, these are just stunning. And it's about more than looking at them. This is a piece of social history. This is why these things are so important. Because steam was such a revolutionary thing in those days that people took pride in them. They changed the way we lived our lives. So when you come to somewhere like this, you marvel at how wonderful they look, but also this is part of our history. Imagine living in a time where engineering was so revolutionary and marveling as you saw these enter the town. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, I'm quite loving this.
And I'm excited to meet Robert, who loves this place even more than I do.
Robert.
Hello.
This place is incredible.
Isn't it?
He's worked here at this magical museum for over 40 years.
How did you start getting involved in this place?
I came on a bus trip when I was a young boy, a teenager.
You did not!
Came on a bus and I asked if I could have a go on the organ, and they very kindly let me get up and have a play. At the time I was about 14, and I've been here for the past 44 years.
Because as well as these incredible kind of Austrian, German type organs, you've got a very special one, haven't you? You've got the Wurlitzer organ.
The Wurlitzer is one of the largest in Europe.
Wow.
It's one of the best organs. It's fourth largest in Europe, has 1,339 pipes.
Wurlitzers like this one were built to accompany silent movies back in the day and had to do the job of an entire orchestra.
And now you're playing shows here, don't you, for people who come and visit?
I do.
What's that like?
I just love playing. I love the Wurlitzer. As I say, it's one of the best organs in the country, and I think I have one of the best jobs in the country, if not the world.
This place has welcomed millions of visitors through the door since it opened, and I dare say many of them will have gone away humming a classic seaside tune. So take it away, Robert. With 183 keys and 32 pedals, the Wurlitzer is a complicated business, but Robert makes it seem effortless.
Oh, you should see the feet going here. The feet choreography is exceptional.
I could watch Robert play all day. But I can't leave without a visit to the fairground. This Venetian gondola switchback goes at a stately pace.
Here we go, here we go.
It should be my kind of ride.
This is gorgeous.
Maybe it's a little faster than I thought.
Hang on, hang on.
But it's easy to get carried along.
And up we go again! Up we go again!
What a gorgeous way to end my time at this incredible collection.
I loved every single second of that wonderful place, but I have to say, what's going to stay with me is Robert playing the Wurlitzer, because he was here, but it was what was happening underneath that was extraordinary, because he was playing about 79 different instruments, it seemed, with his feet, and he was crossing them over. It was a full body workout that Robert was doing, and it was just magnificent. What a talent, what a brilliant place.
Coming up, I take a vintage ride along the North Norfolk coast.
Waving at people. That cake's got a really cracking wobble on it.
And enjoy simple seaside pleasures in Cromer.
That's lovely.
I'm on a summer holiday, exploring some of our fabulous seaside resorts. Today I'm in Cromer on the North Norfolk coast. And there's nothing like the fresh sea air to whip up a craving for a classic seaside treat.
Sun's out, so I think it's time for an ice cream. I like to look at the menu first of all to make my decision so that I'm quick. I hate being in a queue and there's someone at the front going, what have you got? What have you got? So I like to, I know what I want. So I'm gonna get a chocolate whippy, I think. Small, medium or large? Medium. Aim for medium, yeah? Let's go medium, let's go and get one. Hi.
Hello, my angel.
Hiya. Could I have a striped chocolate whippy, please?
Small, medium.
Medium
for you,
medium,
Angel. No
medium,
problem
please.
at all.
Medium.
I think he appreciates that I was prepared.
Thank you so much for that.
Cheers, take care.
The quicker I get my ice cream, the sooner I can soak up that stunning Cromer coastline.
Life's about simple pleasures, and nothing could be finer than a lovely ice cream looking out to sea. That's lovely.
Cromer is surrounded by so many wonderful places to visit, and you'd be missing out if you didn't pootle along the coast to nearby Sheringham, a gorgeous seaside town with a beloved heritage railway. A popular attraction with tourists and Calmans alike. Graham helps to run the railway alongside a staggering 650 eager volunteers.
Graham, this place is absolutely incredible. But tell me about the route itself. When did it start?
So the railway opened in 1887, and it's unusual because it's actually built to do exactly what it's doing today, transport tourists during their holidays.
So it was a pleasure line?
Absolutely, yes.
Wow.
Sheringham in the late Victorian times was not much more than a fishing village. It was tiny, hadn't really changed in centuries, and then all of a sudden the railway arrived, hotels were built, tourists came from the Midlands in thousands and thousands each year.
The Victorian crowds made their way to Sheringham and Cromer, transforming this stretch of coast into a vibrant seaside hotspot that's been popular ever since.
So Cromer itself, though, typical Victorian place, promenades, sea air, you know, people were coming for all of that, weren't they?
Indeed, that and the poppies that North Norfolk is famous for. So we're known as the Poppy Line now. The area is known as Poppy Land.
Poppy Land was a term coined by Victorian critic and writer Clement Scott, who fell in love with the area and its abundance of poppies.
He was, if you like, the influencer of his day.
Right.
But didn't do it with TikTok or Facebook. He did it with poems and a column in the Telegraph.
So it's the Poppy Line it's called?
So the Poppy Line is what we're called, yeah.
Lovely.
Today, the Poppy Line welcomes 150,000 visitors a year, giving them the chance to ride vintage steam trains along the coast, just like the Victorians on their seaside adventures.
Nothing is more exciting than a steam engine approaching. It's the puff, 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 the excitement, the drama. I'm here! Nice.
Graham has pulled out all the stops. This Victorian steam train is made up of the oldest carriages in the North Norfolk fleet. It's a Victorian pleasure ride. And luckily for me, included in the ticket price is a refreshing cup of tea in the picnic saloon.
If you were a wealthy family or person, you would rent it out for your chums and you would just attach it to basically any train. And you can see they've got these beautiful picture windows and the seats are very interesting. So unlike, you know, them being like that, they're opposite each other. So you can chat with your pals. And they've laid on this incredible spread of cakes and a beautiful cup of tea so I can enjoy the view. That's us off. I know it's really decadent that people used to be able to rent these out. There's something very charming about doing it now as a treat. Do you know what I mean? Waving at people on the train. And I mean, I love the fact that the railways were really responsible for shaping tourism and seaside tourism. When they were built, brought swathes of people to Cromer. And I'm kind of following in their train steps, if you will.
And it's a very authentic Victorian trip, right down to the Sugarly table.
I don't want a smooth journey. I prefer drinking my tea like this. That cake's got a really cracking wobble on it. I don't know what it is. Listen to the sound of the teacups. Right, I'm going to risk the unidentified wobble cake. Right. That is a lemon drizzle cake, and it's delicious. Well done, Susan. Oh, there's the sea. There's the sea.
This is the coastal view the Victorians came for.
I think we're coming up to the station now. We're going to pop off, but it's been a delight, an absolute delight of a journey. Only managed half of my wobble cake, though.
We're pulling up at Weybourne Station. Built in 1900, this place hasn't lost its vintage charm. It's the perfect stop for me to pick up a memento of my nostalgic trip on the Poppy Line.
Ha! There's a gift shop, thank goodness. Now, what can I get? I love model trains, absolutely love them. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm here for. I am here for fridge magnets. Yes.
I'm a creature of habit, but I've got enough, so I'll get some for my friends.
So now, I've got to be quite careful. I like that one. This is North Norfolk Railway. That's a nice one. Got to get presents. So, need one for Maureen, my neighbour. Need one for my friend, Pamela. Need one for me.
Just one more for my collection.
And job done. That's the souvenir shop completed.
I'm heading back to charming Cromer to meet up with a comedian and writer particularly well known for her ditzy role in the much-loved Absolutely Fabulous.
Breast enhancement? Oh, that's an operation.
It's British comedy legend Helen Lederer.
Helen, absolute pleasure.
Oh, yes.
Helen is a city girl who loves escaping to charming coastal towns.
Have you ever been to Cromer before?
Yes, I have.
Tell me.
As it happens. A little place called Stiffkey, and also went to this beach. And look, I mean, there is the vista.
Yeah.
I mean, that is space.
Yes.
And we need space.
Did you go often as when you were younger to the seaside on holiday?
Yes. I don't know if you had this, Susan. We had a toweling outfit.
Oh, yes.
So we'd have our nautical causes, one pieces.
It was usually a BHS cosy we had.
Oh, yeah, ours was Marks and Spencer's,
Yes.
I'm just saying, but we were London. Just saying. And we would have picnics with hard-boiled eggs in boxes and maybe cold sausages. Often it was pebbly, but you just got on with it.
Just got on with it.
And then you've got your hard-boiled eggs.
Eggs on the beach.
Oh, eggs on the beach.
I want to have eggs on the beach.
Nice.
That's exactly what, thank you.
And it's heaven, and it's holiday time, and it's what you do, and it's family time.
I remember you from, of course, Ab Fab, which you were in. But nobody, I think, could have thought it was going to become what it was.
Doing that, a programme that makes people happy, was wonderful. But nobody knows they're in something at the time. And it was jolly and fun, and my character with lovely Harriet thought we were just pointless people, but we're trying to be helpful, but not being very helpful. We just turn up and look at handbags a lot.
I'm going to take you to some amusements here, and whoever is most successful will get a prize.
I'm there.
Right?
I want a prize.
Right, well, we're going to go just now.
Everything to play for.
Everything to play for.
Two competitive comedians off to battle it out in an arcade. What could possibly go wrong? Coming up, I make my feelings about Cromer known.
I love Cromer!
And at the amusements, the competition is fierce.
Oh no, you got someone to do that for you.
I'm on the North Norfolk coast in timeless Cromer as part of my summer getaway around some of Britain's best seaside resorts. And I've taken British comedy legend and Absolutely Fabulous favourite Helen Lederer to the arcade. While I'm an amusement veteran, newbie Helen just needs a minute to get up to speed.
I'm still not following entirely the requirements of this test.
It can take time to become an arcade master like me.
Ah! Did you see that? Did you see
I
that?
did see that. I did see that. I did see that.
We'll call that beginner's luck.
Went
Straight down the middle.
Have you done that?
No, I haven't done that.
No, you haven't.
I've got more tickets than you, though. Look.
Looks like my years of experience are paying off.
Oh no. What is that? You got someone to do that for you.
Don't worry, Helen. Plenty more chances to succeed.
Have you ever played whack-a-mole?
Do you know I haven't?
Right. I'll go first and see what score I get, and then you go.
Take your hammer.
Time to show Helen how it's done.
When do you know how to stop?
I think she's impressed. Or simply stunned.
What's the point? What are you doing?
You're getting a score. You're hitting them.
Oh, okay.
Helen's turn.
Yes, keep going. Go.
I'm
go.
doing it.
Go. Hit them. Hit them. Hit them.
And she's a natural.
The normal
Never
way.
seen anything like it. Okay. So that means you got 44, which means you beat my score.
I'm happy with that.
You beat my score.
I'm very happy with that.
But you hit the meerkats better than I hit the meerkats.
Are you just saying that?
No.
And of course, there's only one game that can be the decider. The penny falls.
Right, deciding game. There's your pot. I mean, a lot of this is a game of luck. Right?
Nothing is moving.
I got him somehow.
Okay, wait.
I've always had a soft spot for a seaside underdog.
It's going well. It's going well.
Think I'm on Team Helen now.
I just observed something is. Are you giving me a hand?
Do you know what it is, Helen?
What is it, dear?
I absolutely love you.
Thank you.
And
Love
I
you
want
back.
you to be victorious.
My God, look.
I think you'll find Helen Lederer has won the Penny Falls Challenge.
It may have cost her more than she won, but best she learns that too.
Thank you very much.
And 2 to 1
Thank you very
is
much.
the absolute victor of the amusement.
Well,
Which
you know,
means
you
you're a
can't
double
win.
winner.
You can't win at every game.
I can't win at every game.
There's only one way to properly celebrate victory at the seaside.
Go this way, we'll get candy floss.
All right then.
And of course, the candy floss is on me.
Right, there you go, Helen.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Very much. Oh, I'm
well
very
done on
thrilled.
being the best at everything.
Yes, I am the
You
best.
are the best. Cheers. Okay.
I have loved this. It's an experience to share, and thank you for letting me win. That's
I did
generous.
not.
You
I
did.
would never let you win.
You did.
Right, that's
Okay,
right.
let's do it. Oh my God.
How do you eat candy floss?
You put your tongue in it, and then it melts. I've done mine rather well. Look at mine. I did it better than you.
You're not competitive at all.
Yeah.
Helen.
There's lots more to explore in this area, and along the coast at Wells next to sea, Helen is in search of a swashbuckling adventure.
When I was 15, that was the last time I was on water, and my parents sent me on the sailing course near Portsmouth in a place called Bosom. It sounded like bosom, and it wasn't a success. So I've heard of this boat trip outside Cromer that sails on the salt marshes. I'm going inland. It's going to be gentle, but at sea, but gentle, and I cannot wait. So I'm braving it, testing my sea legs. Wish me luck.
The salt marshes are a stunning network of waterways that connect to the sea, and Helen is heading out with lead skipper Nick, who offers an environmentally friendly way to explore them.
Hello.
Good morning.
Ooh.
You must be Helen.
And you must be?
Nick.
Nick.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely. No shoes, I see. So this is your boat?
Yes, this is my girl's. So she is a traditional crab boat, so a working fishing boat, and she used to launch off the beach in Sheringham. So she's a very shallow draft, which is absolutely perfect for the environment which we're hopefully going to have a sail in today.
My Girls is one of 5 historic shallow-depth fishing boats which have all been salvaged and restored to give holidaymakers the chance to sail in this unique landscape. Stretching over 7 miles, Wells Salt Marsh is one of the country's richest and most extensive intertidal marsh areas.
We're speeding along quite nicely here, aren't we?
I can't believe it. And this is without an engine on.
Yeah, purely under sail power.
Wow, it's really peaceful.
Relying on wind power alone can require a little more effort and skill to navigate these waterways. But now they're a few miles out, Helen's childhood sailing is all coming back to her.
When I was on my sailing course, we used to say, ready about Leo.
Yeah, so that's when you're sailing upwind. When you're sailing downwind, you say ready to jibe. And then jibe ho.
Woo! It's nice.
That's it.
But Nick's putting her to the test.
Getting ready for jibing.
So, what do we say?
We go ready about jive.
Ready to jibe.
Ready to jive.
Ready to jibe, jibe ho.
Woo! That's exciting, isn't it?
Seems she's passed and is even getting the chance to navigate.
Hold the tiller, look forward.
Oh,
that's it.
Holding the tiller
Yep.
now. So, which way now?
So that's fine.
Straight
Just
now?
go straight. Yep, go straight.
I'm slightly terrified because of my left and my right, but we haven't bumped into anything, into nature yet, have we?
No, absolutely not. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you, Nick. You say that to everyone. I have to say this is a lot more relaxing, Nick, than when I was a teenager on the sailing course.
I'm glad to hear it.
To reward her efforts, Nick has whipped up a delicious feast.
Oh, wow, look at that. Can't believe you just did that so effortlessly. Yee.
There you go.
Okay, here I go. Oh, it's lovely. This is really beautiful,
Yeah.
smoky, just made in the boat.
Yeah, absolutely. Straight from the sea to the boat, to your plate.
And I didn't have to do anything, I just had to sit in the boat.
Yeah.
It's lovely, absolutely delicious.
I think Helen has finally found her sea legs, and what a fantastic way to spend a day by the sea. As for me, before I make my way home, I've got one thing left on my Cromer to-do list.
Cromer has been everything I wanted it to be and more. I've loved my time here. Now, I could tell you how I feel, or I could show you. Because when I was a kid, I loved coming down onto the beach and writing messages. So, this is how I feel.
I think I've made my position very clear.
I love Cromer!
I've had the best time this summer.
That's one of the most amazing things I've done by the seaside.
It's been full of laughs and extraordinary sights.
360 views. Oh my goodness. Hiya!
Alongside some wonderful friends.
So it's a draw.
It's a draw. I mean, it's the showbiz flourish at the end.
It's been a blast.
And she's off.
Enjoying grand days out.
Okay.
By the sea.
This place is compact, bijou, and perfect.
Only one place to go next.
Need a hot chocolate now.
Home for a rest.
And that's me. I really want to go for a lie down.